why my video is not showing. So let's try this again. There we go. Now we're cooking with peanut oil. All right, how's it going, everybody? Hope everybody can hear me okay. Let me know in the chat if you're having trouble hearing me or if there is an echo or anything like that. And Gilbert is in. How's it going? Let me know how the sound is, Gilbert. So basically today, the plan is to just do some painting and kind of hang out in chat and all that. I might have to close this, but I'll pop out the chat so I can at least chat with everybody. I have like so many different things open in the windows right now. It's kind of crazy, but I think I'll be able to manage. Take the lens cap off. You say the volume's a little low. Is that better now? Can you hear me now? So yeah, basically I think what we're gonna do today is just do some painting and just see where that leads us. I have quite a few different things to work on. I just want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay, and also it looks like the video is working, so I can actually see. I can see that the video is working, so I can say hi to you guys. Maybe. All right. Yeah, as long as I get closer to the camera, then I can hear a little bit better, or you guys should be able to hear me a little bit better. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is pull out the Land Rover and get some painting done on it. I just need to figure out why, like right now I'm not seeing anything on the camera, so that's a little concerning. There should be, you should be able to see the Land Rover right now. Well, not, see, it's always good to do these things as a test because right now you should see the, hey Kevin, how's it going? You guys should be able to see the Land Rover on the camera right now, and you can't. So I am not really sure. I'm not really sure why that is. So let me fiddle with some of these settings real quick. And try this. Nope, still not showing up. I wonder why that is. Maybe if let me pull it up on the Discord here real quick. Yeah, okay. So I guess I can't close my Discord window. If I close the Discord window, it causes an issue. So we are ready to rock and roll. So everything is looking good from here on my end. Hopefully everything is good on your guys' end. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up and pull out our parts. I haven't looked at the Land Rover in a little while, so this will definitely be fun. As you can see, I pretty much have everything. See it. You guys are obviously a little bit behind me. Yeah, I guess I have to keep this open. So I'm just going to do that. And just to make sure, again, just let me know in the chat if everything still looks or sounds a-okay and looks a-okay, because I'm not going to be able to follow it on the actual YouTube channel because I have to keep the Discord window open. It looks like. This one actually, the paint on there kind of did a little. This might need another coat of paint, so I might be painting this the top of this again. I did clean off the bottom here so that I have the attachment points, which will be just attaching onto the roof of the Land Rover, just like that. And everything else, I'm pretty happy with the body. So I think after I get done today, I may just go ahead and shoot this one more time with the blue color, and then I'll go ahead and put a clear coat on it, which seems pretty good. You can't hear me very well. Let me see if I can turn the volume up. How's it going, Wayne? Audio mixer. Let's see if that does something. Audio. Let's see here. So I have a question. So right now I'm talking directly into the computer microphone, and I don't know if it's picking up that one or if it's picking up the microphone. So now I switched it over to the camera microphone, and let's see if that's any louder on that one. Because usually the webcam or the camera I have above the desk has a little bit crisper audio whenever I'm recording. So hopefully that sounds better and you guys can hear me better. Or I might have just gone silent. So just let me know in chat, and I can always change the settings back. Okay, so this is good. Okay, so hopefully that is definitely better. So I've got a few different things. This is the engine compartment, and I'm pretty happy actually with this one as well. So we can start doing some of the detail on that. And then I have the door panels And these definitely look like they could use another coat of paint in the spray booth, but I'm going to hold off on that because we're just going to do some hand painting today. And then we've got the rest of our parts down here. So this is kind of what I wanted to tackle right now. So I think I'll start doing some painting on that. And then I also have the engine, which we can work on a bit today as well. So how's everybody doing today? It's a nice, mostly sunny day here in Northern California. This again is another, this is the rear door panel. Definitely could probably use another coat of the blue paint. And then we've got the hood, of course, as well. Definitely needing another coat on that. So I'll just pull all of this stuff out that we're going to be working on. And put the body off to the side here. Really excited to actually get this one finished. And you've got your hood that pops in right there. Not gonna snap it in because I'm not ready for that. And then we'll just kind of pull out the parts as we need them. These, I think I'll airbrush those. What I'm looking for is, there we go. Oh, I must have a stick over here somewhere. Here we go. Just cram that into the back of the motor here so when we're painting this, is the weather pretty bad in England right now? So that's kind of a interesting thing. I have no idea where the rest of my tires are. Here they are. I put them in this little drawer. Okay. So just finished getting all my parts out. Hey Ian, how's it going? Good to see you. This is just kind of one of those random Sunday live streams, I guess I can say. I just decided I wanted to do some painting and might as well do it on the HLI Discord and just live stream it to my channel. So just something a little bit different. Hope everything is going well. Gilbert's painting too. One thing I did pick up, I got this week, and I haven't used these yet, but I got the Mr. Surfacer. I have 1,000, 1,500 in black, and then I also got 1,500 in the gray. So I definitely feel these will be coming in handy down the road. Let's see. One of my go-to favorites here is the oily steel, which is actually what this is painted with. So the basically the chassis and the engine and all that got painted with this oily steel, which I think looks really great. And then I'll start doing some more detail work on it, and not really sure what color the chassis typically were, because these are my understanding on the Land Rovers, a lot of these were galvanized or something like that, maybe aluminum, or I'm not sure what the material was, but I do know that they tended to rust out quite a bit. So I still have a lot of tape on here just to protect the areas that I will be applying glue to. So I'm going to leave that tape on for now and just start grabbing some colors and going to town. Get my mixer out here. I'm going to get a sip of water. So what are you working on, Gilbert? Wondering what you're painting. And what have you been working on, Ian? I know you've got a lot going on. How are have you started that motorcycle build, the one you got a couple months ago, or is that on the back burner? And Josh from Random Designs in. How's it going, Josh? Yeah, the first one, for some reason I wasn't getting video. So if I'm using OBS Studio, if I have OBS opened before I have the camera tied in to anything, the camera won't read. So I ended up having to restart it. Let's see if I can kill this bot. Report or remove. I'll remove. Got it. I nailed it. There should be like a really cool sound effect when you kill a bot. Gilbert's working on the M36 tank for the group build. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, once I get one of these done, one of these builds done, I'm going to be able to dedicate more time to the tank, because I have my M4A3 Sherman or whatever that I'm doing. Okay, yeah, Gilbert, I'll have to. I think I actually saw those before I got on. I was kind of clicking through the forum, and I think I might have seen a couple of pics of it. So here's one of my favorite brushes to use, believe it or not, and I get these at the dollar store for doing some detail work and stuff. I love these brushes, and they're $1. Now I think they raised the prices to like $1.25, but still not bad. So I should assign a moderator. I don't have any moderators on my channel, but I'm also not that big of a channel, so I'm over at I'm over in my little paint section trying to grab the paints I need, so I'll be right back with you guys. I think a good place to start would be some flat black maybe, or even some semi-gloss. I have some semi-gloss black. Let's use that too. I do want to, what I'll do is I'm going to end up painting at the natural black, and then what I'll do is I'll come back later and kind of weather it a bit, because that's always a little bit easier. Oh my gosh, yeah, Josh, the dollar store brushes are so awesome for dry brushing. I mean, it's they like the makeup brushes and stuff because they're very cheap and they basically do the same task than any other expensive brush that you can find. So this might get a little bit loud, I apologize. Sure thing. Just one moment and I'll kill that. I need to. I wasn't quite prepared and I did not grab my my alcohol. So let me. All right. There, is that better? Thanks, Wayne. So this is just basically I get the 91% alcohol and then I just keep the bottles, and so this is a 50-50 mix of alcohol and water, and it's pretty much my go-to for cleaning my brushes and also my airbrush. But I've been told that it's actually not good for your airbrush, so I might have to rethink that. I do use I think it's called Medea airbrush cleaner, and that stuff is really nice. I like it. All right, so we've got this all mixed up. I'll get my this all cleaned up, ready for the next use. So one thing I always have to try to remember too when I'm doing anything live is to try to stay on camera. And of course I'm making a mess here. All right, moving on. Yeah, and for some reason too, the camera is doing that little, when you have the LED lights above, it's doing that waveform, and usually this camera doesn't do that, so I don't really know why it's doing it today. It is what it is. I'm gonna make myself a couple of towels here. Oh, so Josh, it's BS about the airbrush thing? Okay, so you use that with Windex or window washer fluid and you have no problem. Okay, see, that's one thing. So I know some people say to use Windex, just straight Windex, or the windshield washer fluid that you would put in your car. I haven't tried it, but it might be worth trying because I think it has that almost the same consistency as the Medea airbrush cleaner, I've kind of noticed. So yeah, that would make a lot of sense. I might have to give that a go and see how it works. And you're welcome, Wayne. Yeah, it's 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 a little bit that kind of turned out a little bit bigger than I expected it to be, so it takes up a lot of space on the screen, and I can see it being a little annoying. So this is just the Tamiya paint retarder, and just put a little dab in there. And Josh has just said he'll send me a video later of um, what he uses to clean the his airbrushes. So cool, thanks, Josh. Yeah, yeah. It's like I watch so many different videos, and everybody has kind of their own way of doing things at times or different opinions. But I'll try just about anything to make the whole process easier and and try to make it work for me, because I've that's one of my biggest problems was I wasn't sure how clean my airbrush was getting, and I would spend a lot of time tearing it down and cleaning it and just really scrubbing it really good, because it seems like I always end up getting a lot of backflow, and I don't know why that is. But things have been, I've actually been enjoying airbrushing a bit more lately, just because I've been, um, learning and using different techniques that I've seen other people do. So I always appreciate any input that anybody gives me, because, like I said, I'm definitely willing to try anything to make airbrushing a little smoother for me, because it's been kind of a hard learning process. So let me get this mixed up and we'll start painting here. I'm not really, they always say just to put a little dab of the uh, paint retarder in, and I always feel like it's never enough. But when you're kind of hand brushing stuff, um, it's nicer to have it a little bit thicker. Widen the screen. I think that is plausible. How's that? Yeah, yeah, Kevin. It's the the cleaning is the part I hate too. I think that's one of the main reasons why when I first started airbrushing, I absolutely hated it, because I would always have issues. So I'd have to tear it down and clean it like 5 times, in just one airbrushing session, and it drove me nuts. And I was like, um, this is just stupid. Why am I doing this? And it was just you know having to learn and get more proficient with it. And so far things are going a little bit better, and the cleaning process is actually sped up for me a bit. So I think I am gonna dry brush this a bit, because I don't know. My concern is some of these areas are just going to be really hard to get into. So when I paint, I tend to get a little bit quiet, so if I'm not talking, just chat amongst yourselves, and I'll look over at chat every now and then and um, try to interact as much as I can with you guys. Yeah, you're welcome, Wayne. So, like I said, the OBS I'm not really used to, so I'm kind of trying my best to get used to the OBS program. I do like it. It's just a whole big learning curve, you know. Main thing is just trying to remember to keep the project on screen so so you guys can see it. I need a different brush for this part, but we're just gonna try to get in there because I'll do any cleanup I need on that bottom panel later. Oh, you know what, Wayne? You're not bugging me at all. No. Um, I appreciate the input. I 100% do because, like I said, I'm really new to the live streaming gig, and so especially with using the OBS software, and I appreciate any recommendations or input that anybody has. So yeah, no worries. So yeah, I might end up. Let me see if I can move this. There. Now you guys might actually be able to see what I'm doing. So, yeah, and the nice thing about the OBS too is I can do stuff like that. If I was on Streamlabs, I wouldn't be able to make adjustments like that, I don't think. So, I think I'm going to go ahead and kind of clean up the top of this a bit. Awesome. Yeah, because it just the way it was positioned before, I kept going off camera, so I think that definitely looks better on my end. Okay, moving on. That's something I need to look at too. Is the pumpkins on the drivetrain? I need to see what color they are. There is a gal that does, let's see, Land Rover Sophie, I think is her name, and she's restoring a couple of Land Rovers, and I'm pretty sure she painted her pumpkin black. I don't really know how they came factory looking. I should be dry brushing this, but I'm not. When I dry brush it, it always tends to look better, and you don't see the brush strokes in it. Yeah, if you haven't checked out, if you're a Land Rover fan, if you haven't checked out Land Rover Sophie, her channel is really cool. She restores a lot of different Land Rovers, and she really goes into detail about what she's doing and kind of what her goals are for her Land Rovers. Not really going to see this angle of it because that's where the body attaches, but I'll make sure I get some paint on there anyhow. Yeah, that Vallejo oily steel, man, I use that so much. I'm really glad I picked some up, and I'll be using that on chassis and stuff quite a bit. Also, even on the engine blocks, because I just kind of like the overall look of it. So this again is a semi-gloss black, and I didn't want to go like with a full gloss, but what I'll do is I'll come back later and kind of hit everything with some weathering and lighten it up, look like it's been on the road a little bit. And then I'll do the same thing with the for the front pumpkin. I don't know, that's what we call them here in America. A lot of times the differential, we'll call it a pumpkin because it kind of resembles a little pumpkin. That was weird. My wife opened the back door and the whole like roof made a loud settling noise. Hey, bud.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm hanging in there, hanging in there. Just decided to do a little work on my room, and I saw your voice chat.
Yeah, I'm on. You're actually live on YouTube right now.
Oh, I'm famous.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to start charging for my autograph.
Yeah, you are.
How you been?
Oh, hanging in there. Yesterday wasn't a great day, but I'm feeling better today. My back was killing me yesterday.
Oh, I can imagine. Every time the temperature either goes up or down 20 degrees,
Oh,
I'm dead to the world.
yeah, I bet.
Hello, YouTubers.
So what did you say you're gonna be working on?
I bought tool chest
Oh
for
yeah.
my odds and ends, and did more than I expected.
Really?
Yeah. Back home, I had a Craftsman tool chest, a three-tier tool chest.
Yeah.
Well, it was Craftsman. I bought it for over $1,000, and literally the bottom part you could lift. That's how thin the metal was.
Wow.
And this one I got at Walmart, thinking it'd be cheap. It's a quarter of the price of what it was back when I bought the Craftsman. This is a heart, and the thing is bloody huge.
Oh, I imagine. You'll have to post pictures later.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just squeezing it through my door to get to my shop. I thought it'd be something small, little, less than the Craftsman I had,
Yeah.
but it is not. Thing weighs a ton.
I imagine. Did they deliver it?
No, I had a friend pick it up. It
Okay.
took 5 people to get it into his truck,
No kidding.
and it took 2 of them straining to get it into my bedroom where my office, my shop is.
Yeah.
And it's only two-tier, 2 parts, but
Really?
geez, it is heavy.
Well, that's good though that it's made out of good material.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's gonna last.
Yeah.
So what's up with you? What are you working on?
So I'm painting the Land Rover, doing all the detail work on it right now. All the because I
Hi.
had
Yeah.
everything kind of painted up in the air spray booth, and now I just need to do all the little details on it.
What kind of spray booth do you have?
I built it.
Oh, you built it. Okay. Does it have a vent going to a window?
Yes, but when I built it, so I ended up using uh, those, the two of the fans that you'd put in like a tower to cool your computer.
Right. Yeah, yeah. I remember.
Yeah, and they're just not powerful enough to draw enough air. So I'm gonna put one of those extractors that you use in like a greenhouse.
I think I remember us talking about that before.
Yeah,
They're a little bit more noisier than a computer fan, but it's not that bad.
yeah, and
And
it'll
it
ex.
sucks the air. Let me tell you.
That's what I've been told. They do it. I've been told they do a really fine job of extracting it. So
Yes, they do. See, I don't have I have one of them fold up suitcase spray booths,
uh huh.
and it comes with a vent. But I'm gonna have to find some kind of hookup to get it to hook up where the exhaust fan is, so it'll blow right out.
Oh yeah. Yeah, hopefully you can get your when you get the one that's in storage because that thing is amazing.
Yeah, it cost a fortune back then,
I
but
imagine
it was like,
I've never even seen that unit before except for uh, when you posted pictures. So it's
really,
yeah, it's like a professional booth.
yeah, it cost about $500,
Wow.
but you could just about fit anything into it.
Oh, no kidding. Like it would be great for doing like um, the large ship models and stuff.
Yeah, yes, or the one shit, what is it, 135th scale planes and stuff.
Yeah.
This um, toolbox comes with all liners for all the drawers. Pretty cool.
Really? That so it came with the liners. That's really cool. Yeah. My Craftsman didn't. Uh,
The Minecraft.
yeah, I had to buy it separately. Yeah, it's all of my, you know, tools out in the garage. That's where they stay because I don't. If anything for modeling, I'll just if I have a spare, I'll bring it in here and leave it in here. Um, just because I don't want to have to go out there every time I need a tool.
Exactly, exactly. That's why I got the tool chest. It'll be small and everything I can't hang on my pegboard, I put in this,
Yeah.
especially, especially paints.
Oh yeah.
But
See, that's awesome.
this, this thing could carry about 50,000 paints.
Yeah, I wanted to put most of my paints on the wall, but I don't have enough wall space to do that.
Well, you saw the pictures of my spray booth. You must have saw the pictures of the thing I had built for my paints on the wall.
Yes.
Yeah, and unfortunately, all that and everything else is in the storage unit.
Yeah.
Mm. What I did find, I was going through my external hard drives the other day.
Uh-huh.
What I did find was pictures of some of my stash I had back home, and more pictures, I believe, of the room. So I'm going to be posting them up soon.
Yeah.
And the one piece of modeling that I have is I think it's 1798 or 1799 HMS Enterprise,
Ooh, nice.
all wood. Yeah, my wife got me that when we first got married. I never built it. I've been building models all my life, and I look at the directions for that, and it's all Greek.
Yeah.
So I never even started that, but that's back home too, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a nice kit.
It should be. Hopefully one day I'll get it and maybe start putting it together.
Definitely. See, Wayne was asking, why don't you wear gloves to keep your hand clean? Usually I do. To be honest with you, I just forgot and haven't grabbed any gloves. I'll probably have to put one on here soon. I also like to wear gloves just because I don't like to get the natural grease on your hands onto the parts when I'm painting them. But yeah, Wayne, I'll probably be breaking out the gloves here soon.
Wash your models before you start.
Yes, I do.
The soapy water in a sink.
Yeah, I put so I have a little bin I put them in, and put a little bit of Dawn soap, and then clean them with a toothbrush really well.
That's what I never did with the toothbrush. I usually just use my fingers
And
and just go over and
rub them over.
then rinse them off and let them dry a couple days.
Yeah.
But I never actually wore gloves while I was building.
Yeah, I tried. I tried wearing gloves when I was doing the part work builds, just because I didn't want fingerprints and stuff all over them. And I literally I gave up right away because it's just hard to, to get the grip on certain little parts and stuff like that.
Yeah. And I hate when you use tweezers on little parts and it goes ping, and there you go.
Yeah, it's funny because my tweezers, they always kind of roll sideways. And so if I pick up a little part, they'll roll sideways and then the part goes flying off somewhere.
Oh, jeez. Trying, so bear with me.
Hey, we've got Curb he says, hi, Kalan, first time here. Curb from New Brunswick, Canada. Welcome to the live stream, Curb. Good to see you, and thanks for joining us.
Hello and welcome. Hey, can you look at your computer and see it?
Just a second. Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, nice. Here, let me.
I mean, that's the end of my fan, and you see how big that thing is. It's more bigger than I thought it would be.
Let's see. Nice, yeah.
But and it's gonna hold a lot of shit.
No doubt.
Do you see the picture of my daughter I posted on Discord?
Yeah, congratulations. I bet you're excited.
Oh, I'm thrilled to death. I'm just disappointed that she lives so far away.
Yeah.
My parents and my wife's parents lived real close to us when we had kids. And they grew up with their grandparents, so I'm not going to be able to do that.
Yeah, well, I mean, what are the chances of them moving closer to you?
Not a chance. There's too many tornadoes down here, she said. She's never been in a tornado, but she's scared to death of them. So I can't figure that one out.
Yeah, I see. That's the thing is I've never, we have little tornadoes here every now and then, nothing too spectacular.
Where are you? Where do you live? What state?
So I live in Northern California, and by northern I mean the true northern. Right by the Oregon border.
Okay.
So.
I lived in Lodi, California for about a year.
Did you?
Yeah. Expensive.
Oh yeah, everything's expensive here, even gas.
Yeah. So who's all on YouTube watching us? Watching you?
I don't know. I can't. If I pull it up, my screen freezes. So.
Time for a new computer, like Kenny.
Yeah. Let me see if I can.
I'll tell you, my wife was never into the thrill I had with modeling like Kelly does with Kenny.
Yeah.
My wife would have never set up anything for me. She would not have let me get a new computer.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be nice when you're able to kind of start doing videos and live streaming.
Yeah, hopefully one day. I still need like a stand or something for my phone to hang over my desk.
Yeah.
Little by little. But I bought this tool chest because Walmart gave me credit that, I'm not going to complain.
Yeah.
and little by little I can pay it off, but still.
Yeah, I didn't even know Walmart had their own credit card.
Yeah, they did. They do. I'm happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't get a Husky just to match all your workbenches.
Yeah, I know. I was looking.
The Husky
Yeah.
toolboxes though, they're pretty stout, but they cost a fortune.
Probably a lot more than this what I got here.
And one thing, um, did you get your shelves yet, or are you still waiting on those?
I only got the one set of shelves so far, like 3D printer stuff, but
Okay.
I haven't ordered. I wanted to get the tool chest in to see how much more room I had
Oh
on that
yeah,
back wall.
that's true. I'm almost feeling like these are gonna need a second coat. Curb says, "Hi, I'm 67. Been building since the early 60s. Build autos and pickups. That is very awesome." Um, Curb, if you're not familiar with HobbyLink International, that's kind of where Bud, who you hear talking, he and I are members of that community, and that's actually where I'm streaming from as the Discord right now. But we have a 50s group build going on right now. If you are interested in doing a group build, you should head over to HobbyLink International and go into the forums and check it out. Uh,
We've got a great group of people there.
yes, and all different skill levels and types. Some people are either new or just getting into the hobby, or others have been doing the hobby, for probably about as much time as you have, Curb.
It's fun, it's interesting, and we're not road caps.
No, by no means.
Will, get off my bed. Get down. 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 Good girl. Got 3 dogs in this house, and the one like sitting on my bed beside my dog.
Yeah. Yeah, our little dog, if we don't put the gate up, he'll go and sneak onto our bed when we're not looking.
Didn't I see a picture Kenny posted of a dog and something about an early Valentine's present for Kelly?
Maybe. I
Was
know.
that a joke?
I don't know. I know that it might have been, but I know that little Kenny's a getting a dog, Blaine.
Okay, because I thought the picture he posted, um, the dog's name was Willow, because
Okay.
the newest. That's the newest dog we have, Willow.
Oh, really? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
He might actually be. They might be getting a second puppy, so I don't know.
Oh,
Because I know Kenny wanted one.
wanting one and taking care of one is totally different.
Yeah.
If you hear a lot of rumbling, I'm just moving my chest in position.
Okay.
I think I need to get my shoes on because I'm slipping and sliding.
Curb was saying, excuse me. Curb saying, love to join, but I have too many unfinished builds to finish. We also have a shelf queen build. You could join that one, Curb. That one, you have 2 years to finish a shelf queen. So.
And you don't even have to join a group build. Just come enjoy the community.
Yeah, exactly.
Talk about stuff you like modeling.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like, always people always share tips and tricks and things like that. So
Did you see the picture I posted? Or I don't know, Um, I talked about, uh, the group built for my son, right?
yeah, the
That
the memorial
he built
bill.
that. Yeah, he built that submarine I was saying about.
Yeah.
I got a picture of him, young, maybe before his teens, building it with his pet cat Spot
Yeah.
next to him. That cat never left his side.
Wow.
Yeah, and he passed. I had to put him down. He had a stroke, but he's in the storage bin. The cat Ashes, and I'm going to bury them with him. Dig a little hole. And Daisy, the dog I have now, was my wife's dog. And when
Uh-huh.
she passes, I want to get her cremated and put a little spot where my wife's buried.
That'll be cool.
All right, if you hear me scream, you know I had a stroke.
Hey Kenny, how's it going? And Muse is in the house. How's it going,
Oh,
Muse? No work today? Scale model Muse. Marcy. Yeah. This brush is a bit too big for the detail I want to do on this, and I still haven't really decided quite yet on the coloring I want to do for the engine. So really do like how, so I was having trouble with the Vallejo. I ended up I think I used the alcohol water mixture and it sort of bubbled a little bit, but it kind of created a really cool effect on the actual engine block. So that's really interesting, except it doesn't match on this side. So I'm going to maybe use a smaller brush for this. I'm going to scroll up here in chat and see where we're at. Um, Muse is saying wanders in and sets the coffee pot down. Thanks, Muse. I had 1 cup of coffee this morning and thought about having another one, but not quite yet. She says, "Hey all, and don't get me started on shelf queens." Muse was also saying, "I have one I started in 2018." Kenny says, "Hey all," and Kevin was saying, "Don't we all curb?" And he's saying hey to Kenny. Kenny was saying hi to Kevin, and Muse was saying hi Kenny, and Kenny put Kalan with a smiley face and hi to or hey to Marcy with a smiley face, and Muse says not on Sunday.
I'll
And
make this all easier. Hi, everybody.
yeah, uh, you just say missed everyone else's stuff today. Then I log in and you're here. Yes, I know. It was kind of a random thought just to try to stream from the Hobby Link International Discord. And so far it sounds like things are going pretty well. So Gilbert was saying hey to everybody as well. So there we go. We are caught up with the chat. And let's see, what are we going to paint next? This, I think I want to airbrush the color onto it. I think I'm going to go with the white for the seats. Lots of parts that came with this kit. And this is just the fuel filler cap. There's that. I haven't quite decided on a wheel color yet either. I might just do uh, kind of a chrome or aluminum finish on those. I have absolutely no idea what that part is. Here we go. Um, so Curb, the 67 GTO is sort of on hold. I was going to try to do some painting on it today, but I think I've decided to just get another of the NPC kits and redo the body on it. Um, so there should be more coming from that one here pretty soon. I think I'm gonna still work on the body that I have. I wasn't happy with how the panel lines. I gouged way too much out of the panel lines, and so it just doesn't look very good. So I think what I'll do is just get another kit and use the body from that kit, and then I'll still finish the body that I have, but on the particular build that I started, I'm going to use a new body for it, and just make it look a little bit nicer and cleaner. So it's still here. It's right on the shelf right next to me, and like I said, I can still move forward with a lot of the detail painting and all the on the chassis, and do the work on the engine that I need to do. But the body is kind of in limbo right now. Yeah, Muse is saying, yeah, NPC, last four of those I opened sucked, and not in a good way. Yeah, so a friend of a good YouTuber friend of mine, um, Matthew, he's Model Car Art is his channel. He just does beautiful work on everything he does, and he was telling me he opened up the MPC kit, took one look at it, and threw it in the trash bin. Um, and I can understand why, but I think I'm a little bit more forgiving because I like doing all the fixes and all that. And he basically he's able to 3D print a nicer looking kit for a GTO. So that's what I think he's doing in the long run. He's had several of the Mobius Hudson Hornet models that he's actually built and done, and that's kind of one thing he's really known for is work is doing just beautiful work on those, and he enters them in shows and stuff. So his detail work on the engine of the Hudson Hornet is kind of what I will be trying to replicate when I build mine for the 50s group build, the cars from the 50s group build. And it's going to be a little bit tough because, but he's given me a lot of really good advice. So yeah, I thought it was funny though when he saw me working on this one, he was like, "Yeah, I opened mine and it just went straight to the trash bin." And I haven't worked on any other NPC kits since the GTO, but I'm sure there will be more in the future. Um, just not the greatest quality. The 19, I don't know if it's a 67 GTO, but I had heard that Tamiya made a kit of the GTO that was pretty awesome. So that was something down the road, maybe checking one of those out and just building another GTO just from Tamiya. So Bud is working on getting his new toolbox set up, so he'll be in and out. And if anybody else wants to join in on the live stream, head over to Discord and you can join in via Discord. Just let me know and I can always pop you up on the screen.
Take a look at your screen. I've got it in my room, but I think it's so damn huge.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Well, ain't the word for it. I was going to put it next to this shelf here.
Yeah.
But the depth is too much, so it overwhelms the shelving unit next to it. So I put it in the middle, so I have a little space there, and a little space there. Maybe I can put 2 little tables or something.
Yeah.
But I have this right in the middle. It comes with a plug. And that goes up to here where there's USB ports and other plugs.
Nice.
I'm disappointed.
Or because of its size, or?
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot smaller. But should happen sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
I got a lot of room for paints.
No kidding. I'm sure you'll fill it up.
Eventually. I'm beat now. This thing's heavy. Oh.
It's time for a nap. Okay. That looks good enough for now.
Daisy. Here. Hey, lady.
I was just reading the chat, and Curb was saying, oh, let's head up to Wayne real quick. Wayne was asking, what paints do I use? Wayne, I mostly use Tamiya, and I have a few Mr. Color that, and some of the Mr. Hobby stuff that I got from my retailer that I usually order from. And so I use a few Vallejos. I'm trying to kind of open up into different types of paint. And one other thing I did get, I actually won these over Christmas, but the Createx Wicked Colors. And so I haven't tried them yet. We're going to actually use these on, some of these on this build. So the Land Rover and the GTO we'll be getting some of those colors because they're pretty bright and really awesome looking. So it'll be nice to try something a little bit different. And then Curb was saying, yeah, the mold is old and been a lot of reissues. The bucket seats are incorrect. The Revell 66 GTO is a very nice model. I'll have to check that one out. So I haven't seen the Revell 66. So thanks, Curb, for that. I'll have to take a look. Curb was also saying he has the same kit I'm doing right now, the 67 GTO. Started it about a month ago, and just have the chassis painted. And Kenny was saying, yeah, AMT is just as bad. You know, Kenny, that's what I've heard, and it's too bad. And Gilbert was saying to Bud, she's coming along nicely. Yeah, it is. I'm very jealous of his work area. It's just absolutely amazing.
Whose?
Yours. Gilbert was saying yours workshop's coming along nicely.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Costs a lot of money so far and a lot of time.
So I think I'm pretty much.
Go ahead.
Oh, I just was gonna say. Oh nope, I've got some hoses to paint, so I'll finish painting those black. But I'm just about done with the black, and I think I'll move on. In fact, I should probably bring out the GTO and see if there's anything on it I can paint right now. But I'd end up getting the parts mixed up.
I am gonna cut out because I gotta go get something to eat. You guys enjoy yourself. Everybody on YouTube, hello, and goodbye.
All right,
guys.
Take care, bud. See you later. All right, so man, I'm getting all kinds of bots. That one killed that one. None of these companies take pride in their kits. Wish to me Unmang or a high quality company would come out with older cars. You know, Kenny, that is one of my biggest gripes. I really wish that some of the older, vintage cars and stuff were produced by some of the better companies. So Heller is famous for producing a lot of the old vintage cars and trucks and stuff, but their quality is meh. It, believe it or not. So I have the Bentley 4.5 liter blower, and I can't remember who made. Somebody else made a version of that mold as well, and the Heller, I haven't put it together yet, but I've seen the other mold that was done, and I can't remember what brand it was, but it just turned out phenomenal. And I already have a feeling that mine is not going to look anything near what that other kit was. It was somebody on HobbyLink International on the forum. They had posted their build, and I wish I remembered what brand it was, but it just looked phenomenal. And judging from the parts that, as I pulled them out on the Heller kit, they just don't look quite as quality as the kit that this person built over at HobbyLink International. I want to say it was like an Italeri, but I could be totally wrong. In fact, it might have even been Gilbert. Wayne was saying, I've just started my first Revell Bismarck 1700. Nice! I wanted to try to pick up some of the 1700 Revell kits. I tend to go to Trumpeter a lot because I really enjoy the Trumpeter kits. Mobius was sold to Pegasus Hobbies, though. Not sure what they're going to do with the molds. So my understanding, Kenny, is he sold them everything. So everything outright. And a lot of their in-progress design as well, I believe was sent over to Pegasus. But, somebody that knows everything about Mobius because he he's good friends with the owner, is Matthew Cunningham over at Model Car Art. He built a model actually for Mobius, for the owner of Mobius. It was one of their first kits ever built, and so it was kind of cool to see that build and see him hand that off to the owner of Mobius Models when he was retiring and all that. So it's kind of a cool little feature on his channel. All right, so I think that's pretty much all the hoses are done, but somehow I keep missing paint on the bottom here. Head back to what I need. Where did they all go? There they are. Use the bases as they're intended. Gonna head back to chat. 1-700, where is Lewis? Hopefully Lewis is sleeping because I'm pretty sure he has to work early in the morning. So, but yeah, he won't even hear it when you say 1-700. It goes in one ear and out the other. If you didn't see, YouTube is cleaning house on spam accounts, so we are all may be seeing less of some subs. Interesting. So are some subs actually not legitimate subs? Mobius has some car and truck kits coming out this year. They're doing a Ford Hauler. No way. And a 6465 Nova? That is awesome. Kenny was saying, I hope so too. I'm still waiting to see a Pegasus where we'll release the finally figure the Batman series Batgirl. Would be foolish not to do, or not to. Yeah, Pegasus seems shady though. Randy Cooper is fighting with them now for royalties. Oh, really? Of course. Atlantis is reissuing the old Monogram and Rebel kits, Moon Eyes Dragster, and the Monogram 49 Dragster 60 kit with a few parts still but still nice. Awesome. And Muse is saying, wish terrain fixer wasn't so grossly stinky. And Wayne said, I do trumpeter as well. It's just not my Revell model was bought for Christmas. So, Wayne, in your opinion, do you think the Revell 1-700 kits are better, worse, or the same as trumpeter, in your opinion, so far? Ford tow truck? Shane, hey Shane, how are you? Good to see you. Ford tow truck is coming out. That is wicked. I think I've actually seen that. I can't remember who, which kit or who made it. All right, Kenny, take care. Have fun at Home Depot. Don't spend too much money. Come on. Oh, it's in there good. So I'm not sure if any of these need to be painted up. Oh, here's a drive line. The mirrors don't need to be painted. What do we got here? I have no idea what this part... Oh, this goes on the outside of the model. Battery. We can paint the battery up. And then these, I have no clue what this part is or where it even goes. I'll have to look at the destruction booklet to sort that out. Oh, it was Mobius, Shane. Okay, cool. Yeah, dude, that'll be wicked. I wonder what year the tow truck's going to be. I'll have to check it out later. And Wayne's saying, I think Trumpeter is better. Yeah, I had a feeling. I haven't seen too many builds of the Revell 1/700 scale, so I was kind of on the fence about getting one. But it might be fun just to get one and check it out, you know. Yeah, I did the New Orleans. I started the 1/700 Trumpeter New Orleans just for fun on a live stream with Lewis, and so that just needs to get, basically it's pretty much there. It just needs to get primed, and then I can start painting that. I really did enjoy building that kit. I always like those little 1/700 trumpeters. Shane was saying for the tow truck that he thinks it's going to be mid-70s. That'll be really cool. I got some fuzz on this one. There we go. Need to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of the interior. I haven't exactly decided on colors for the seats and stuff yet. So this one, originally I was going to build it stock, and then I ended up changing my mind because I'm going to build another one of these, actually several more of these. And I have a couple of dioramas in mind where this kit would be beautiful for those. So I'm going to, this one I changed it. Originally the body was going to be a kind of a flat blue, a light blue. But if you saw in the video, when I was painting it, I ended up changing color on it because the light or kind of medium, I guess you would say, flat blue that I was painting on looked too gray to me, and I didn't like it. So I didn't have any of a flat blue that I really liked, and so I ended up just changing it mid-painting to this blue, which I really like how it came out, and I didn't put any metallic in it. I have a similar blue that the GTO is being painted, but the GTO has metallic in it. And what's weird, one thing that kind of happened that I'm not really sure how to fix it, I guess, is the metallic shows up more in some areas than it does in others, and I think it's just a matter of actually getting an even coat of the metallic, because the metallic was really thick in some areas and very visible, and then right next to it you would hardly see any metallic at all. So I wasn't really sure why that was happening or how to fix that. So that's something I will definitely be exploring down the road. Somehow I always manage to get water everywhere. I'm gonna have to get my wife a new. This was her sewing mat. Not so much anymore. She could always flip it over and use the other side, but I'll have to replace it at some point. So this is ruining my brush. No. What the heck? There's too much sludge on the bottom of this, and I shouldn't have been wiping it on the bottom anyway. I think this is going to have a little soak because it's all crumbed up on the bottom. All right, moving on. Oh, thanks, Curb. Yeah, I think I just got it. I'll have to take a look at it here in a little bit. Thank you for sending that over. See, Wayne was saying, why is that that the Trumpeter 1700 ships look so small compared to the Airfix and Revell? You know, that's a really good question. I'll actually, I wonder if I could get a couple of kits that so get the same model, the same vessel, one each from Trumpeter and then one from Revell, and then see if I can find the same one from Airfix, because that's a curious question. I haven't actually noticed that, and it is possible. The Trumpeter, believe it or not, the New Orleans, the USS New Orleans, I was actually surprised because I thought even in 1/700 scale, I thought it was actually supposed to be a little bit bigger, and it's really, really small. It's less than, it's about 10 inches, maybe a little bit less. And I was thinking it would be at least 12 inches long, but no. So that's a good question. Maybe that's worth exploring and actually doing a side-by-side comparison of all three. In fact, I'm going to do that. I think I will source three different, see if I can find a kit that there's three different versions of, and then do a side-by-side comparison. Just because, you know, I do enjoy building those anyway. I have no idea how long I've actually been live streaming. It's 1:30 here. You know what's funny is time flies by, you know, when you're working, especially when you're painting, because it takes so long. For me, at least, there are guys like Ben Builds. Ben is amazing. And Joe, too. Joe over at Mad Genius Productions. Like, they can paint something in a day, and it takes me a week to get to where they are. Musa saying because scale is not accurate all the time. That's true, and I don't know where everybody gets their resources from. She was also saying food is all set, so now I can actually sit down and maybe do some model stuff. Right on, Muse. And you gotta share a bit more. I've only seen a few videos from you, and so far they're really awesome, and you do really amazing work, Muse. So I do always look forward to seeing everybody's videos when they do pop up, and I enjoy watching them. So I think I actually spend probably too much time watching live streams and videos when I should be actually working on my own kits. So that's why this idea of live streaming while I'm painting, while it might not be the best for attracting people to watch it later, at least I can kind of be showing what I'm doing and that I'm actually doing something at my workbench instead of editing a video, which is what I spend 90% of my time doing, I think, is editing video. Man, I really think this brush got buggered up, and that's going to make me mad. I mean, it's not an expensive brush. It's just a Rosemax, Rosmax, and it was a cheap like $15 set on Amazon. But yeah, I feel it's all gummy. Man, it's all right. So I think it might just be in my head. Could just be the any residue or anything, maybe on the bottom of that pot is a little bit gummy, and that's what I'm feeling, and it's not actually in the brush. 'Cause I don't see any goobers on there, so one thing I do need to pick up is that brush cleaning stuff that I see everybody use, because that stuff's pretty awesome. Wayne was saying it's 13 inches. Wow. See, so I mean that's 3 inches longer than the New Orleans, and I'm not sure. I'll have to do some research on that and see just exactly which one, if the ships are supposed to be the similar size or not. I need to find my instructions for the Land Rover as well, because I don't remember what colors I needed to paint the engine. So I'm going to go to the file cabinet where I keep all that stuff, and I'll be right back. Muse was saying if it's gummy, you need to use thinners to clean it. Perfect. I'll grab my thinner, and I'll just try using that. Masters brush cleaner. Yes, that's what I've heard. It's really good stuff. Hey Johnny, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. Just kind of a random live stream today. Just doing some painting and getting all a couple of shelf projects finished. Maybe. Well, that's not where I thought it was. Well, I'm going to have to try to find the instructions later because I don't know where they went. I don't know why they're not in the box. They might be actually. Nope. So let's see if they're in this file cabinet. There they are. Found them. Alright, so I need to look up the color code for the engine. It's been a while since I've looked at these. So for the actual engine block, they're doing two different colors. So XF56, that's what I have. So when I do my instructions and stuff, so this one you have the option of right and left hand. I chose right hand drive, and then I always go through and I kind of mark everything, or if there's an option I put a special symbol knowing that I need to use this particular instruction. And on this one I actually just went through and, like, for left hand drive, any of those I just put in little post-it notes and X'd them out, showing it so that I don't get confused while I'm building. And then for this, they have all the Revell paint codes. So I use Tamiya, so I just go through and I put in like XF56 or X11 or whatever color for Tamiya that I need. And that's kind of how I do mine. Keeps things a little less confusing. And XF56, we do have some of that right here, and it's a metallic gray, which, to be honest, to be fair, the color that I have on there, the Vallejo color, I like that fairly well. So I might just use this in a few areas, I guess. Let's see, what do they want? The manifold is going to be XF56 as well. And then there's some blacks and a kind of a black gray. Let's see what the X18 is. I don't have any X18. So I actually do not have any X18. So, where did... Sorry, my chair is really, really loud. It's old and broken. Oh, awesome. Let's see if I can kill it. So all I'm doing is I click on it and then I remove it. Should I be reporting it as well or no? Does anybody know? So, I literally just had my new paint that I got the other day. Where did I put it?
Are you hungry?
No. Stand by. I am on a paint hunt now. There it is. I'm special. So we got Stacy over at Hobbies Unlimited in Portland sent me some backstock that I needed. but I don't see. I have XF15. I got a bunch of that because I need that for the Bismarck, for the deck. But I don't see any X18. Got some XF4. What I'll do is I'll pull up my little paint chart. And let's see here. So I use this app called Model Shade. And it just brings up, let me see if I can share this with you guys. So this will just take 1 second here. Screen share is on. Transition over. So you it's called Model Shade, and it's just an app that I have on my computer. And I'll go in here and get started, and I'm going to convert from Revell. Actually, I don't need to do that. All I need to do is find, because I'm just trying to find X18. Semi-gloss black. So I've already got, I was just using semi-gloss black. So what I'll do is I'll paint everything else that I need, and I'll go back over because I'm going to have to touch up the rest of this stuff anyway down the road. So 56 is used in a lot of the parts for the motor, but I really like that Vallejo kind of dirty steel. So most of the callouts are for the XF56, which I think is very similar. So I'll just use this on a few of the spots. And we'll head back over to the screen there. Oh, okay, so the Wayne was saying it's 8.5. That's about the same size as the trumpeter one, I believe. And Muse was saying, so report first and it automatically gets bounced. Okay, thank you, Muse. I'll do that from now on. Funny is this color just looks very similar to the Vallejo oily steel. Oh, why did I do that? I just made a mess. Hopefully I didn't get, oh, I got a big drop right here. I wonder how much ended up, oh, come on. All right, now I'm just making a mess. Make it stop. See, I should have been wearing gloves. Hobby Color Converter has a nice app too. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Thanks, Marcy. All right. Now that I've made a colossal mess of my workbench, make another paper towel here. Again, this is just the paint retarder. Ooh, this is nice and bubbly for some reason. Probably because I just mixed it. Usually the Tamiya paints don't foam up like this, so there must be something in this. It is kind of, looks like it has like some metallic flake, and I think that's what they end up doing. And I think I will break out the gloves and use a glove because I'm now managing to get paint everywhere. See, Musa's saying I have the app on my phone, so if I need to look for a color at the shop, I'm set. I hate making a list, then not finding what you want. It has saved me a few times. Yeah, I imagine. I need to look for that and download it. Usually I order everything online because there is no hobby shop anywhere near me, so kind of difficult to find supplies where I live. So I do like the majority of my purchases on online, or I call Stacy at Hobbies Unlimited up in Portland, and she usually takes care of me. She did send me so it was kind of a kit that she bought it in a huge collection, and it was this UFO. It's the monogram, the UFO. Some of you might be familiar with that kit. So she sent that to me just because she's like, I'm not going to be able to sell it. I checked it out, and Aztec Dummy, Lou Damaso, he lit one up for a friend of his, and a friend of his had sent it to him and asked if he could to do the lighting and clean it up and build it all lit up, and it turned out really cool. The only problem is if you're going to light up that kit, he had to sacrifice the interior to put in all of his lighting stuff. So I was curious to see if I could do that kit and keep the interior intact. So I'm going to attempt it at some point here, and it should be kind of a fun little kit to build. I wouldn't have bought it. So since she sent it to me for free, might as well have some fun with it. All right. So I only have one black glove left, so I'm going to use my cheaper gloves. She said, read up before I paint. let's see here. Tamiya is alcohol based and Vallejo is water. Clear matte coat in between to be safe. Oh yeah. That's, you know what? Thank you, Muse. She said if you put the Tamiya on top of the Vallejo, it might not agree with it. That is a very good point, Muse. Johnny was saying, note for self, never ever do the brake discs on the 112 scale bikes ever again. Yeah, and Muse was saying, you're about to put alcohol-based acrylic over water-based, it might not end well. Yeah, thanks for that, Muse. That's actually a really good point. So thanks for letting me know. So I won't paint the engine just yet. We do have some other parts that we can paint with because the rest of this is all Tamiya. So it's funny because that will actually be a good test on this because I put the Tamiya on top of the Vallejo on this. So I guess we'll find out what's going to happen. Right now it's weird because it's not drying quite the way you would expect it to. So I think Muse has a very solid point, and I may just have to agree with her on that because it is looking a little funky. So I guess we will see what happens. In the meantime, excuse me, I need to get a drink of water, and I really should go make a pot of coffee, but oh, that's water. Good stuff. So yeah, this might actually look cool on the wheels. Excuse me. So I think what I will do is we're going to attempt this on the wheels and see how it looks on those. Don't want to use that brush. I kind of feel like using this. So the only problem with this is it ends up using so much paint. I'll just go ahead and use one of my little ghetto brushes, as I call them, because they're the cheap El Cheapo Walmart style. I was going to airbrush these, but I think this will look fine hand painted. See, this is why, your guys' input is always very much appreciated because Muse just saved me from a very big possible headache. So thank you again, Muse, for that advice. It's not really worth the risk because it would end up having to get stripped down if something did happen. And so far, using similar products like the Tamiya, just sticking with Tamiya on something, I haven't had any trouble with orange peeling or anything like that. So that could have turned out really bad and been a travesty, and then I would have had to strip the entire engine again, even though I really like the look of how it's turned out with the Vallejo oily steel. Yeah, I like this color actually on the rims. let this one sit back here and think about its life for a minute and what it did. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, when I was younger, I think really the only paints that I ever got were the like the testers, and those paints they worked pretty well. But what I really miss, and it was, you know, I guess more of a recent decision within the last few years, but the Model Master line is gone, and those paints were phenomenal. I used a lot of those as well when I was a teenager in my model making, and I really, really did like the look of those. And it's too bad that they're gone. I think they were picked up by Krylon, or I don't know, one of the spray paint manufacturers, and they just discontinued the whole line, which was a big mistake because hundreds of thousands of modelers swore by Model Master paints. So, not a smart decision if you ask me. Yeah, it'll get gummy. That's kind of what I wonder, you know, wonder about that. So we'll see what happens on that. Wayne was saying the Revell Bismarck is 14.5 inches long, but both 1/700. Really? That's interesting. So yeah, they are way different. Almost ruined your egg plane prop that way. Was tired not thinking. Muse is also saying testers. Yeah, I still have a bunch of the small older bottles. Rust-Oleum bought them and ruined the entire line. And Johnny was saying, yeah, I think it was Rust-Oleum. Yeah, I do believe you are correct. Yeah, it's really too bad. You know, and what's funny is, you know, when I would do a lot of metal work and stuff when I was younger, and we always used Rust-Oleum, and it seemed like Rust-Oleum was a really good brand back then, but now they've I think they've just gone a little too crazy with some of their stuff, and it's not the greatest anymore. It's also funny that they originally the idea of Rust-Oleum was to help restore parts and metal parts and stuff and prevent them from rusting. And now Rust-Oleum makes plastic paints that you can use on plastic and wood and all that. But I don't feel like it is the same quality as their paint used to be. So when I built the truck box for the back of my truck, I believe I ended up using all Rust-Oleum on that, and it probably cost me more to paint it than it did actually for the materials. So it was kind of stupid. Oh, we just lost it. Come back here. This color doesn't look too bad. It'll be kind of cool to see how it looks on the actual wheels, or on the tires when I put the tires on it. Let's see, Music saying Model Master Auto Enamel GL Racing Orange was your favorite. I have 3 rattle cans left of that, but only the 3-ounce size, sadly. And Purplicious, they changed that formula. It's not the same shade anymore, plus changed its name and destroyed a long time brand. Rust-Oleum, even for plastic types, so not safe for all plastic. See, that's what I've been told too. It's not good for all plastic. And then it's great for lawn chairs, though. Yeah, and that's you know, a very different plastic, different materials. So my wife from a coworker, she got this outdoor. It's an outdoor table and chair set, and we've been meaning to clean it up. But first we need to get our patio poured. But she's been meaning to clean it up and paint it, and the whole thing we were going to use Rust-Oleum, but I was thinking about actually having it powder coated. So I'll clean it up, powder coat it, and then have it baked on. So I'd have to take it down to Reading to have because they have the oven there where they can bake the parts. Because powder coating actually it has a really nice bond. It's almost like you're putting epoxy on it almost. And then that will last for a very, very long time and kind of help protect it from, you know, the direct sunlight and heat that we have here in California, because 90% of the time everything that you have outside, including your cars, is getting heat and sun directly on it. And so like headlights and stuff, they cloud up real fast, and it just destroys paint on cars. That's crazy. So I have one. Okay, so I have 2 spare rims. Now I remember. And then this tire I got from Paul, Plastic Monkey, and this is a spare that I'll also be painting up. He kind of already had it painted, so I don't know if I'm going to change the color on it or not. I'm going to kill this bot real quick if I can. Come on. Report. Boom, and they're gone just like that. Awesome. Rust-Oleum, Johnny was saying Rust-Oleum changed the formula. It's definitely different pre-form like it used to. At least they're industrial paints. Yeah, that's kind of what I wondered. They had such a great product, and I don't know why they would change it. Just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So, Marcy, do you have to work tonight, or are you off? So far, I think that's good. I don't want to get too crazy in there. And then I think I'll paint that little bar that holds the tire down. Maybe I'll paint that black or like a chrome. So I'll have to take the chassis and the engine over to the paint booth and do like Muse was saying, and do the gloss clear over the top, or the gloss matte gloss. So then I'll do that, and then I should be able to paint the rest of the parts. Hopefully this evening. We'll see how things go, because I'd like to get this model kind of finished up, and then get the GTO finished as well. All right. Muse was saying I work 4/10, so Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday don't work. Nice. That's a kind of a nice schedule. And Wayne was saying, when's your next live stream? So Wayne, my next live stream, believe it or not, will be tomorrow morning. I'll have my regular Monday coffee with Kalan at the workbench. And so that will be at 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, my time, here in California. So it's 10 a.m. My time. And that's every Monday again at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This may take a couple coats on this one. So I actually have a die-cast version of the Land Rover Series 3 109, and that one it's a die-cast kit, so I have it mostly ready to go into paint because it was pre-painted, just because it's, it was just a static model basically, and I have it ready. I need to sand the paint that's already on the metal down, and then I'll clean up everything else, and it's pretty much ready to start painting. So I'll be working on that sometime after I finish this one. But it's cool because it's got the metal body, and it was not a bad price either. So I think it was like $20. Let's see. Johnny was saying it used to stick to vinyl coated chain link fence. Now it just stays tacky even after a week. Really? I did. So I painted a few some conduit. I painted conduit with the Rust-Oleum, and it took forever to dry. It was so tacky, and that wasn't that long ago. And so yeah, I get what you're saying with that. It's just metal conduit. It should cure, even in a warm environment. You'd think it would cure like within a few hours, but no. And Muse is saying, let the mat sit overnight, do a few super thin coats. Okay, Perfect. Thanks, Muse. 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll be here if my kid has a ride to work tomorrow. Right on. Yeah, a lot of you guys are over on the East Coast, so and then a few over in the UK. It's always fun to have you guys pop in and join the live streams. So let's see, it's about 2:15 here my time, and I think I'm kind of at a point where I should probably break off and have some lunch, and haven't eaten anything today, so I will continue painting. If you're interested in following along and seeing the status, you can always check in on the YouTube, because I do post a lot of the videos on there. I don't know when I'll be doing an update on this. It should be fairly soon, and then also with the GTO, in the next couple weeks I should have a new video for the GTO. And you can always follow along at HobbyLink International on the forums. I do post there quite frequently, as well as onto my Facebook, the White Glove Models Facebook page, and on Instagram. You can find White Glove Models on Instagram, and I'll post a lot there as well. So you can keep up to date on what the happenings are here at the workbench. I just want to thank each and every one of you that has joined me today. This has kind of been a fun, random little live stream. And again, I'm live streaming from our Discord over at HobbyLink International. So with that said, I'm going to read a few more of the chat, and then we should be getting off here pretty soon. So thanks again for everybody that's been able to join me today, and have a wonderful, wonderful weekend, or what's left of it. Not much, but Johnny was saying it doesn't seem to like galvanized either. Interesting. So that's good to know. Yeah, and it doesn't matter what you seem to prime. You could prime with the Rust-Oleum primer, and I've noticed even the primer doesn't stick, even if you've sanded the galvanized down. Or the metal tubing that I was using. I sanded it, cleaned it, everything with acetone, and had sanded it, and even the primer did not want to stick, which was super, super weird. So that's not the Rust-Oleum product I remember from when I was younger, so definitely. Thanks, Gilbert. Take care. See you later. And pop this over here and finish cleaning up, and I'm going to let you guys go. So thank you so much again, and I will see you guys next time.